Welcome back to the deep dive. If you're a new short-term rental host, you've probably already hit one of the most confusing parts of getting started. I'm talking about that payment delay. You did everything right, great service, guest checks out. And then you look, and the payment is just sitting there, pending for like
And
ages.
that waiting period, the 2 to 4 weeks between the guest leaving and the money actually showing up in your bank,
Hmm.
it's one of those things that catches, truly almost every single new host off guard. You think something's broken, right? A
Right.
glitch. But actually, nothing went wrong. It's supposed to happen.
Exactly. And the sources we looked at all confirm this is totally standard. You can't really negotiate it. So our mission today is simple. Let's break down this first mandatory payment hold. We need to get into why the money's held, what specific security checks are actually happening behind the scenes, and maybe most importantly, what you can do proactively so that the standard 4 weeks doesn't accidentally become 6 or 7 weeks of just, financial stress.
Right. And we really need to frame this for you, the listener. It's not a system failure. It's a one-time thing. It's about risk management, verifying who you are. Platforms, well, they have to build that trust before they start sending out potentially large amounts of money. Just understanding that helps a lot with the stress, I think, and it helps you plan.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Let's start with the basic timeline difference, because I think that's where a lot of the confusion comes from.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to understand there are really two different payment phases. Phase one is that first hurdle, the verification. That involves the long hold, usually 2 to 4 weeks after the guest is already checked out. And this applies to every single new account. Doesn't matter how nice your place is or if you've hosted before somewhere else.
So wait, even if I'm a superhost on another platform, I start over here. They treat me like brand new.
Exactly like brand new. Until you clear that first payout, you're in phase one. Then phase two kicks in and things speed up dramatically. Payouts start hitting your account in just a couple of days. But phase one is slow because the platform needs to check the whole financial setup, your identity, your bank, the tax stuff, everything.
Okay, but why does it have to be tied to the first booking? Why can't they run these checks while I'm setting up my listing, maybe weeks before anyone even books?
That's a really good question. And they do run some checks early on, but the really critical parts, like verifying your bank account actually works in the anti-fraud checks, they need a real transaction. That first booking, it's kind of like a test run from a payment perspective. They need to